All right. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Now we have the question here. So let me show you how to solve the question with the steps. Again, if you don't use the steps, like then you will be confused, like which information should I care about, which information I shouldn't care about. If you know the steps, you know exactly what you're looking for. First, I need this, then I need that, and so on. So life is easy. So I will ask you to pause the video and read the question, and we will get started together. So let's assume that you've read the question. So this is what I recommend always to keep things clean. Uh, put the products in the columns. So we are doing product A and product B. Now, what is the first step we learned? Is to calculate the calculate the sales mix. I don't know why I'm mixing my words. Calculate the sales mix of each product, right? So sales mix is how much percentage sales you want each product to be from the total 100%. So there's an easy way to do this, which is if you notice they're telling you sales mix is for every 3 units in product A, we will be selling 2 units of product B. So that's kind of what the sales mix is, but this is not in percentages. How do you convert that into percentage? Pretty simple. You divide the units of the product, which is A, in this case 3, by the combined units we are going to sell to get the 3, 5. So this means out of every 5 units we sell, 3 units have to be for product A. So if I get the answer, okay, again, Excel is doing its own thing. Let me tell Excel this is not a date value. So this will be 3 over 5. There you go. 0.6, which we can also say 60%. And of course, if you do the other one, 2 over 5, you will get 40%, which you can call 0.4. Sorry, what's happening here? Oh, this is, yeah, MacBook. Okay. So for product B, we will do obviously the other 40%, which has to be the product B. If you want, you can even calculate it. You can do 2 over 5. You get the 0.4. Now, to make it look better, you don't have to do this. You can make this a percentage, It looks a little bit cleaner, I guess. So step 1 finished. We calculated the sales mix of each product. Step 2, calculate the contribution margin per unit of each product. So here we'll do contribution margin per unit of each product. For product A, contribution margin per unit will be selling price minus variable cost. So 40 minus 24, it's 16. For product B, however, it will be 30 minus 18, so 12. Step 2 finished. Now, step 3, calculate the weighted average contribution margin per unit, which obviously has this formula. So we literally just apply the formula. So let's do the weighted average. And here we're not doing it for each product separately. It's combined. So let me just merge this cells. So now we're doing weighted average contribution margin per unit. Formula was contribution margin of product A. So 1 second, equals, okay. Formula was contribution margin of product A times sales mix of product A plus contribution margin of product B times sales mix of product B. And that's it. We literally just found out what is the weighted average contribution margin per unit. So that was our step number 3. Now, step number 4 is to apply the break-even units formula. So let's do that. Break-even units formula, which was fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. So let me just write the formula for you, just so you can recall this. Fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. But because this is multi-product, instead of saying contribution margin per unit, we'll say weighted average contribution margin per unit. So weighted average contribution margin per unit. So if we want to solve this, what is the fixed cost? It's 84,000. Divide by what is the weighted average contribution margin per unit, of course, which is 14.4. So if you solve this, you will get the number of units you need to sell to break even, not each product separately, the total units you will get, right? Of course. So if I divide this by this, now we have found out the total break-even units, which is the first requirement. Calculate the break-even point in total units for the sales mix, in total, not like separate it out. So that was step number 4, to find the total units to break even. Now step number 5, to like separate these out, like how much of the total is product A and how much of the total is product B. So step is saying multiply the break-even units with sales mix of each product to find that product's break-even units. So to find in each individual break-even, we will do the total units times the sales mix, like we said in this step, right? Here, the total units times the sales mix. Done. And that's it. We literally now know that company would sell 3,500 units of product A and 2,333.33, which you can round up all as always. So 2,334 units of product B to break even. I hope you saw that when you do step by step, life is easy. You know what you're looking for. The question can be this type of question. Question can be the longest question. It will be solved the same way. If, as long as you know the steps, you will be fine.